Has she gone or is she here? Kathleen Kennedy's employment status is queer.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
For the players.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come. Oh.
What are you doing?
Adjusting your breasts. You fainted and they shifted all out of whack. There.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's really ready to go. Okay, sizzling! Okay, sizzling! Okay, sizzling! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Okay, sizzling! Take me by the hand, take me by the hand. Okay, sizzling! He, him, they, them. He, him, they, them. Some people just call me Fluffy. Me by the hand. The ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. What the fuck is he wearing? It's not Halloween. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my God, I'm bending the head. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Oh my God, like that. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. Hey darling, you can smile more. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. That's what we fucking do. It's fuck off! Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cock. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yard, 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 yard. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yard, 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 yard. It's really ready to go. Here's some Hollywood horse bitch. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, kitty fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fucking sizzling. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, I'm gonna make one of your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my God, like that. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, beat him into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man. yada yada yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, you got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, so fucking crazy. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fuck off. Fire, fire, big pants flyer. One of them. So that went well. Let's move on. She's like, it's oh look, what a coincidence! God damn, I hate this thing. I can't say the word tampon. There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off, fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda Twat Waffle. That's all you fucking are! Twat Waffle! Fuck off! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! Fuck your immersion! Guess what? Fucking pronouns! You take everything we love and you just can't help! Shovel your bullshit! Fucking crap! Ideology into everything! Every single surgery fucking thing! Oh, shit.
I am not gay. I am not gay. I am not gay. I am not gay.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Afternoon Tea with Az. I'm your host as always, Haz, from Heels versus Baby Faces. Should have put the light on. Put the light on. There we go. Look at that. Look, I've got something for that. Look. Look at this. Look at this. A little bit of that. Yes, this is showbiz, folks. Showbiz. How you doing? On this, well, quite warm Sunday, in as much as I've decided it's November the 5th, by the way. Remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason, and plot. And I decided enough is enough. It's time for the central heating to go on. So the radiators are on in the house. Belle is in heaven. She's downstairs on the bay window on her favorite. My mum for Christmas. I don't know if it's last year or the year before. You know, time is what it is. She bought me for one of my Christmas presents. She got me this lovely fleece. this lovely fleece blanket to wrap round, and it's so warm, so comfortable. And when I got back home, of course, hey, Father Christopher Miller, how you doing? Hey, Cara, how you doing? When I got home, hey, Erin, how you doing? Belle immediately claimed it as hers. No, not a wank it. I've just taken that out of the washing machine. Belle immediately claimed it as hers. So now that beautiful fleece that my mum bought me for Christmas last year or the year before resides on the bay window for Belle to just sprawl out in. And by the bay window, the radiator, there's 2 radiators in the front room. One of the radiators, the bigger of the 2 ladies. I mean, you do tend to find that one is bigger than the other, don't you? I'm just saying. Is right by the bay window. So the heat's going up. So she's on the bay window. The heat's going up from the top of the radiator. And I walked down. I went downstairs to make myself some afternoon tea. Oh, beautiful. And she was just like, oh, I'm so happy. The heat's on. Ah. And she's just sprawled out. Like, my kitty cat is tiny. She is tiny. And she's sprawled out, and she's now long cat. You remember the long cat meme? Long cat is long. Just sprawled out. I walk in immediately on her back. Ah, come play with me. Come play with me. Daddy put the heat on. Yes, Daddy put the fucking heat on. So, yeah. So last night, it was a double-edged sword, I guess, because Belle has been sleeping with me. She's been sleeping on my bed for the last few weeks. But because the radiators are now on, she was like, screw this guy snoring. I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to sprawl out on the fleece as the heat rises from the radiator. Okay. Okay, but she's happy. She's happy. God bless her. And all who's sailing her. How you doing, everybody? How's things? I got bad news. I got some bad news. I've picked up a little niggle. When I went really when I went ham on Thursday, shoulders, abs. I think I've either just pulled it. There's definitely no muscle tear. There's definitely no muscle tear. But I got a little niggle in the shoulder here, in sort of like the just by the trapezoid area. You guys have really got to learn some British words. Come on now, you got to learn some British words. So I think I've just given it a little bit of a pull, a little bit of a tweak, yeah. So I'm back at the gym tomorrow. Fingers crossed it's settled down a bit. I've been applying heat. I've been applying heat to it. No, luckily I wank with my left. I'm a left-handed wanker, not a right-handed wanker. But I am right-handed. But I'm a left. Don't worry about it. Jiggle out that niggle. Exactly. Niggle equals a muscle knot. Correct. You guys have got to learn. You got to learn some British words, man. You got to learn some British words. So yeah. So I'm happy. I'm okay. I managed to crack one out this morning. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm okay. So yeah, I'm just hoping, but I last night was so painful sleeping because I tend to sleep on my right hand side. Sleep like that.
And this is obviously the offending object. So I was putting a lot of pressure on it when I was sleeping because I was waking up in excruciating agony. And what makes it even worse for me is I've run out of painkillers. I've run out of painkillers, so I don't have any painkillers to take. So I'm actually suffering. I'm suffering with it. Oh, woe is me. Man up. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. You know. So I'm hoping tomorrow it's a bit better because I'm going to the gym, rain or shine. I don't care. Like I said, I think it's just a niggle. I think it's just a tweak. That's all. It's definitely not a tear. I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing if it was a tear. Or there is another possibility. There is another possibility. Yeah, I need some ibuprofen. I need some ibuprofen for it. Painkiller plus anti-inflammatory. Or because I went really hard, ladies, with shoulders on Thursday, shoulders. And a lot of the, like at least two of the heavier machines were like raise machines. Wow. It might just be that my trapezoid, my right trapezoid, just got a hell of a workout. Just got a hell of a workout, and it's you know what it is when you ache when you get the muscle. So it might just be a severe muscle ache, and that's it. As always works his rear. Come on now. Why you got to be like that? So, we were going to discuss the long Halloween today, but there's another topic of conversation I want to go through because this is not a super chat square up. The real BBC this week was on Gary's channel, so we've just got conversation today. That's all we got. We got conversation today. Conversation and whatever comes up. But we have Alpha Core from the Ripper verse. Oh, by the way, look, I'm just going to say something, and I'm going to be completely open and honest with you. Okay? As DSP would say, let me be honest with you, and then comes out with a lie. But in reality, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am going to disclose to you today exactly how much money and how much I don't know what you want to call it, gratuities, free gifts, free stuff that I have received from Eric July in exchange for wearing the merch and supporting the Ripperverse. I'm going to be completely open and I'm going to divulge everything. Nothing whatsoever. Not even a free comic. Nothing. But you knew that already. I didn't even really have to tell you that. But it's going to fit in. It's going to fit into to the topic of conversation today, which is, what's your favorite part of ISOM/ISOM 2? Right. Okay. Before we do that, let's address a couple of things in the chat because a couple of you are asking some questions. By the way, Professor HeyTN has become a member at the Bard level. Thank you. Eddie Brock with a €2 footy. Share the link. Gary wants to see it bigger. I've linked it on Twitter, if that's what you mean. Boobs. And Eddie Brock with a €2 footy. Thoughts on Director X being on Flashcast. Yellow Flash did reach out to us and say, hey, if you want to come on the Flashcast, we've got Director X on. And I said, I don't stream with racists. Well, apart from Ryan Kinnell. But I don't stream with racist pigs. Which is exactly what he is. So no, I didn't see it. I did not see it. I did see a tweet from Adam Krigler that said that said the stream was an, what did he say? I don't want to misquote him. The streams. Let me. I want to do this verbatim because I don't want to do Adam a disservice or put words into his mouth. Let's have a look. Here he goes. He says, the stream is a hot mess and also pretty hilarious. So, no, I didn't see. The Flashcast starts at like 3 o'clock in the morning, UK time. By which time I'm usually in a wank slumber. You know what that is, guys. You know what that is. So no, I haven't seen it. So save your money on the super chats asking because I didn't see it. And I'll be straight. I don't care what Director X has to say. He has nothing to say to me. He has nothing. When I say to me, I don't mean on a personal level. I just mean he has nothing to say to me. The guy, I did my video on it. Did very well. Thank you so much indeed, everybody, for watching that. Over 200, I think like 250,000 views or something. The video that I did on Projector X, 268,000. Thank you, man. Appreciate you guys. Where I said, and if you don't know this, I'll give you a TLDR. I know a mutual, we have a mutual friend, Director X and me. We have a mutual friend. So the mutual friend was kind of passing on messages from Director X to me. And he was just like, Director X wants to come onto your channel and discuss Robin Hood. And I said, no. I said, I'm not having somebody on the channel to discuss something which I haven't seen. Because he could come onto the show and say, oh, it's this, it's that, it's the other. And if I haven't seen it, then I can't verify that one way or another. I can't say, okay, or I can't, yeah, no, that's correct. Or I can't say, no, you're just talking bullshit. So I said, at the very least, I have to see the show first. So he said, that's fine. That's fair enough. So he gets back to Director X, and Director X is like, fair enough. So the first episode of Robin Hood dropped. And then the mutual got back in contact and says, Director X wants to come onto your show to discuss the show. And I said to the mutual, no. I said, I don't want him on the show. I said, because number one, the show is absolute fucking garbage. Oh, and previously, when I said to them, I haven't seen the show, I also said, and I said, do say this to him. I also said, I don't even know if it'd be worth my time. I don't even know if it'd be worth my time. Because it could just be such garbage, just like, fuck out of here. Just fuck out of here. Thankfully, it turned out to be hilarious garbage, which you guys have been lapping up the reviews. And that's the only reason why I'm doing the reviews, is because you guys are loving them. That's it. When I was doing the Gotham Knights reviews, for example, nobody gave a shit about Gotham Knights. I didn't give a shit about Gotham Knights. The show was just bad. It wasn't even like funny bad. It was just it's just crapola. So I gave up after what? Two or three reviews. You didn't care. I didn't care. Everyone was happy. But we seem to have found the spiritual successor to Batwoman here. So that's why this seems to work. So anyway, he got back in contact after the first episode and said, Director X, what's coming? And I said to the mutual, I said, look, dude, the show is absolutely abysmal. Like abysmal, laughably bad. I said, if he came onto the show I would humiliate him and he would humiliate himself. And I'm not the complete monster that people make me out to be. Little bit, but not a complete monster. So I said, if he wants to have a conversation in private, we can, I'll be open to that. I'll be open to having a conversation in private and we can discuss the show. And when you're in private, folks, it also allows you to really get somebody's motivation, where they're coming from. Believe it or not, we're also not stupid here. You can get what somebody's trying to get out of it. So he went back to Director X, and he said he's not going to put you on the channel, but he would be open to have a private conversation with you. And the mutual had said, how do I get you two in touch? And Director X said, when I did my first Robin Hood video a year ago, when it was announced and it looked like everything we thought it would be and ended up being, he did this Instagram video and he DM'd me the Instagram video. Director X DM'd it to me, his response to my video and to Josiah Rise's video. And so I said, tell him to message me on Instagram and I'll accept it. Because last time I didn't accept it. Because when you message somebody on Instagram, unless I have accepted you as a person, sounds like some kind of Jesus thing. Unless I've accepted you as a person, then you just literally stay in a folder of people who have tried to send me DMs. And unfortunately, if you have, the majority of you, I'm sure, are lovely people, but I've literally got thousands, and I'm sorry, but I don't have time to troll through thousands of messages. So all the messages of love and support in there, thank you so much. Honestly, thank you so much. But it is just such a troll to get through. So apologize if I haven't got back to you and all that sort of business. So anyway, he does message me, and I accept him into my life as my Lord and Savior. Send Jesus, George, Lionheart, Floyd. That dude. And he says, yo. I think that was the first one. Hey, Dan, how you doing? Oh, yeah, Dan, yeah. We'll get to that. Yeah, it's all about clout. So he's like, yo, how we going to hook up? And, language that me as a middle-aged white British guy is like, excuse me. Hey, I say, excuse me, old boy. Queen's English, por favor. So we were bouncing a day to talk. I replied back to him saying, look, I'm exceedingly busy this week, so we can't chat this week. But next week, something like, I think I said next week, Thursday's looking like a good day for me. Get back to me. I said, and also said, because I'm in the UK and you're in the States, get back to me on times and let's see if we can work something out. So I think, personally, I was being very open. I think I was being very sort of generous there, considering how bad the show was. But if the guy was honestly looking for feedback or why I thought it was so bad, all that kind of stuff, then, a conversation might have been had. A conversation could have been had. So he's like, well, any time's good for me. Don't worry about time. Any time's good for me. So before I even had a chance to reply to that, because these messages are bouncing forth over the course of, let's say, a couple of days or so. So before I even had a chance to reply to that one, the headlines come out. Director X! If you don't like my show, you're a white supremacist racist. My show is getting reviewed bombed by racists, blah, blah. I don't know how many people here in chat are familiar with the Kanye West song Power. Anyone in the chat, are you familiar with the Kanye West song Power? I think Kanye is a very broken individual, but I do love Power by Kanye West. It's a great song. It's on my gym list. It's on my gym playlist. What you gonna do with all that power? Anyway, there is a line, a couple of lines, which we're gonna have to paraphrase, but there's a couple of lines in that song where he says, I was called the abomination of the Obama nation. And then he says, isn't that a strange way to start a conversation? I think I've got a very nice shaped skull. That's like round. It's not like sticky peaky. I'm not like no cone head motherfucker. I just think it's like, you know, get that in there, right? You know, get that in there. But that's, you know, you want to try and start a conversation. You are claiming to come with, because I'm trying not to divulge everything that was in the messages between us, because I do believe in that sort of privacy. I'm not going to show any DMs. I believe in that sort of privacy. I would expect the same courtesy to myself. So even though I think the guy's a clown show, a narcissist, a race baiter, I still wouldn't share his DMs because that's not what I'm about. But one of the things he did say was, let's talk like gentlemen. Let's just talk like gentlemen. I think that sounds fair. So you say, let's talk like gentlemen, and then the next day you call everyone who criticizes your show a racist. A race. So there is no Sunday Fun Day today because both Kara and X-Ray Girl can't make it. So QBG and I were just going to do our own thing this week, and we'll come back next week. So tonight, don't worry, there will be a Sunday Fun Day, but it'll be me on my own, and we'll be playing fucking RoboCop. So yeah, when you say to somebody, let's talk like gentlemen, and then the next day you come out to the press and you say, my show's getting review bombed by racist, by the angry nerd community. I think he said, by the way, the guy who also admitted a year ago, I'm a nerd. I'm just like you. I get all the comics. I do this. I do that. Suddenly completely changes his whole tune. So to me, that was a mask-off moment of exactly who this guy was. So I told him to fuck off. I then messaged him back and told him to fuck off. I called him a race-baiting piece of shit and to fuck off. So that's why we're not going to have a conversation, because I don't think the guy is remotely genuine. I don't think he's remotely real. I think he's a privileged little fucking prick, princess, who has been told yes all his life, who's had great privilege in his career, whether it's through hard work or not. I'm going to say hard work. But he's had a lot of, and he's got people actually challenging him for the first time probably in his life. And he doesn't like it. So he ain't getting that clout. Because that's what it is. He ain't getting that clout. And he can do everyone else's show. He can go on to whoever he wants, do whatever he wants. But we all know it's my show and Disprove that he wants to get on, and neither of us is going to give him any clout at all. But what I am going to do is I'm going to make money off you. That's what I am going to do. I'm going to take your clown show and I'm actually going to turn it into something entertaining that people are enjoying, and I'm going to make money off your shit. And I'm going to elevate it by making it entertaining. So massive thank you to everyone who has been watching their reviews, because you've been lapping them up. Absolutely lapping them up. And I very rarely go into the comment section, because the comment section is the comment section. But every time I put out a Batwoman review, every time I put out a Robin in the Hood review, I go into the comments, because the comments are hilarious. They're always just hilarious and full of people just absolutely eating it all up. Just eating it up. Just loving it. So that is pretty damn awesome stuff. I answered 1,000 tickets in a span of a week last launch. Let's avoid. No, we're gonna break the website again. Let's just go through a couple more, and then so there you go. Thoughts on Flashcast? Didn't see it. He's got nothing. No disrespect to Yellow Flash. I love Yellow Flash. I love the guy. The guy's great. He's absolutely great, and I have nothing but love and respect for Yellow Flash. Hardworking guy and a very nice guy. Having spoken to him many times out of videos and stuff, he's a lovely guy. But Director X, it's got nothing I need to hear. I know him. He already took the mask off. I see him. I know who he is. I don't need to know anything else. But I will make money off your garbage show. I will elevate. I will do you the honor and believe me, it's your honor, not mine, of elevating your shitty material to something that is actually worth watching. Woof. What we got here? Greg Koenig with a $5 says, "Hey, Az, do you use poly or mylar bags on your comics? Does your poly bags wrinkle? Thanks for any advice on what to use." Well, Greg, let's go to the poly bags to start with. Currently, my collection is poly bagged. And yes, after a time, they do start to wrinkle. I have just purchased 250 to start with. I mean, obviously, I think I worked out that I own about 4,000, maybe more comics. I don't know. So it's going to take a while. But I have actually just purchased 250 mylar bags, which is the ones that Gary uses. And I asked Gary exactly which ones he uses. But he gave me the actual brand. And I'm just waiting for some specific acid-free backing boards to arrive. And then I'm going to be completely rebagging and boarding my comic collection. It's going to be an expensive and a time-intensive process, but that's what I am going to do. So if you want the best results, you want mylar bags, which are more expensive, probably 3 times the amount of poly. Mylar bags, regular size, with regular sized acid-free backing boards. And remember, the rough surface goes towards the comic, not the shiny surface. That goes out. The rough surface towards the comic. There you go, Greg. Thank you for the super, buddy. Zipper has been a sorcerer for 16. Thank you. And Veroni joins again, because I know they've been a member before at the sorcerer level. So thank you, Veroni. Not the one with the £5 says for the Hoos Fund. In it goes. Going in. Good. Yeah, exactly, Cara. But I'll be using the real BBC to do that. And I've got my 3 boxes of Detective Comics here. So Detective Comics will be the first of the comics to to receive the Mylar treatment. But oh god, this is Kara, can you pop over to the UK at all? I need somebody to sort my comic collection out for me. Would you be a love? Would you be a love and pop over and sort my comic? I need to sort my comic collection out because most of them are in order in their boxes, but there's about 5 or 6 boxes that there are just comics, and I need to sort to get them into the right place before. Buy my flight, and I'm there. Okay, we can negotiate this. Thank you. It's gone into the Who's Fund, by the way. Thank you. And Andrea K with a €2 says, for Belle, oh my God. Belle's going to have the greatest Christmas on planet Earth. She's got like 400. Look, that's Belle's money. That's not mine. That's not my money. That's Belle's money. About 400 quid. About 400 quid. Oh, Ted, this is why I'm having this discussion today, because number one, I'm preaching to the converted here, but I want to say some stuff, okay? But I'm going to use my platform to do it. What else do we got? Thank you, Andrea. Chris Foster has been a sorcerer for 18. Worth every penny, as keep up the good work. You're looking fine, sir. Thank you, man. I've got to get my ass back in gear. I've made decisions to go back onto the pre-made meals. I've made a decision to go back to the pre-made meals. Back to the calorie counted meals. I don't feel secure enough yet to just wing it. I'm actually going to go back. I'm going to go back to the pre-made meals. So I'll be ordering them today after this stream. And they should arrive probably Wednesday. So, yeah. Exercise. No, diet is more important than exercise, William. That's absolutely incorrect. But thank you for playing. Chris Foster has gifted 5 memberships to the stream. Thank you, Chris. Really appreciate that. And John Sullivan has been a bad for a month. Thank you, John. All Things Film with a 27-month Witcher level as well. Thank you. Currently 23 hours into Alan Woke. Jesus wept, it's hard work. Probably the most boring and badly written game I've ever played. Good to see you suffer with me. Love ya. Not so big man. Keep it up. Look. Yo, shout out. Reboot. Maybe Eric. Hey, maybe Eric needs to hear what's going to be said today. You know, maybe he needs to hear these home truths that I'm going to drop today. All Things Film. Number 1, 27 months at the Witcher level, sir. Thank you. Number 2, I think I might have given up on Alan Wake 2. I've got RoboCop. I've got Star Ocean Second Story R that are both now out. I don't know if I can muster the shits to give to go back to Alan Woke 2 Inclusion and Diversity Boogaloo. I really don't. I'm going to try, but it's awful. It's just a very badly written game with barely any gameplay. Fictitious. Dave Savage with a £2. Did you see Yellow Flash's stream with Director? We discussed that, but thank you, buddy. MJ UK 84 to £5. Hey, how do you deal with setbacks and motivation, especially if you don't have many training buddies? Words of wisdom would help me out. I do have a training buddy, which is good, and we go to the gym 4 times a week together. Motivation can be difficult at times. This is why I'm returning back to the pre-made meals, because I don't think I'm quite there with just allowing myself to to do my own stuff. So I'm going back to the pre-made meals because I'm going back to the calorie counting element of it. That makes me much more regimented. It makes me much more disciplined. So sometimes you got to instill that, even if you have to force it. Sometimes you got to force that discipline upon yourself. So that's where I am. And yeah, I'll be completely open with you, MJ. I'm going through a little period the last few weeks where I am mentally going through a bit of a struggle with it. I am. But I had a bit of a word with myself today. I had a bit of a word with myself this morning when I got up. And I said, I said some hard truths to myself, I said to myself, do you want to go back to where you were? Do you want to go back to that? Do you want to be that again? And I'll be honest, that scares the shit out of me. That scares the shit out of me to do that. So I was like, I'm saying to myself, no, I don't. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go back to that. No way. I need to keep going forward. Well, if you want to keep going forward, then you got to fucking sort it out. Because you're the only person that can sort it out. Nobody else can sort it out for you. My mate, my gym buddy, he can't sort it out for me. He doesn't live here. He doesn't watch over me 24/7. He can't see what's going into my mouth, or he can't, see how much or when or what or why. He can't. No. It's you. So you got to ask yourself, do you want this or not? Do you want to go back to where you were or not? Or do you want to fucking man up and get on with it? Because that's what I've had to tell myself today. That's why I said, right, we're going back to the pre-made meals. We're going back to the pre-made meals. We're going back to the calorie counting. And we're going to be much more disciplined. X-Ray Girl and I have now friended each other on a fitness app. So we can hold each other accountable as well. So accountability is a big thing. Whether it be accountable to you or bringing in other people. That's why I say I do this, one of the great driving forces for doing afternoon tea is for me to be accountable for what I'm doing. And I see how many people are A, supporting me with this journey, and B, how many people are joining me on this journey. And the thought of letting them down kills me inside. The thought of letting them down. So I gotta be strong. That's why I had to have some strong words for myself this morning. So we're going back onto the pre-made meals. And we're getting back to that calorie counting, and we're getting back to that discipline. And instead of saying, let's wait to the new year, let's just coast along now to the end of the year and then use 2024 as a launching pad, like I said, either last week or the week before. No, that's out the window. That's gone. Fuck that guy. Now we're back on it. We're back on it to the end of the year. How do we call it? My cheat days. My cheat day is going to be Christmas Day, Boxing Day. And we're still not having pop or anything like that. We're not having pop. We're not having So I'm still not going to be drinking any soda or energy drinks or anything like that. But we're going to have a Christmas dinner, and we're going to have a Boxing Day dinner. That's what we do at the house, and that's it. Those are going to be my cheat days. And I say cheat days because there's going to be all sorts. Mashed potatoes, roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, yada yada yada. You know the drill. It's Christmas dinner. But until we get there, we're getting back onto the pre-made meals, and we're getting our fucking ass together. And so when we get to the new year, when we get to January the 1st, when we get to see 2024 below us, and a year that I really need to crush, we are giving ourselves the best launching pad possible. Instead of this wishy-washy, let's just canter now to the end of the year and then push again, have a good push it. Fuck that. No. Like I said, I had some harsh words to say to myself this morning. because you're always going to be your hardest critic. So MJ, I believe in you, buddy. HTK bass player became a member of the bad level. Thank you. And gogohopping.com. What you do? What does gogohopping.com do? Has become a member at the bad level. Thank you. DB with a £2 says Vito and Dick are massive bellends. Human offal. Well, they are. I mean, that's just a statement of fact. But as we're going to get into, we're talking about people who don't care. They don't care about comics. They don't care about pop culture. They don't care about Ripper. They don't care who's bought the book, who hasn't seen the book, who's read the book, who hasn't read the book. They don't care about any of that. To them, it's about clout. It's about content, because their whole content is around finding a target and targeting them. That's their whole content. Absolute, just scumbags. But we're going to go into all this business. Fictitious Dr. Savage with a £5 says you should have been on Flashcast, because everyone's just talking about the culture and not really talking about the show, writing, and dialogue woes. I imagine, Fictitious, and do correct me if I'm wrong here, but I imagine it's because the vast majority of the people on the Yellow Flash show hadn't even seen the show. They might have had a person or two that has seen the show, but I don't think, unless you see the show, you can't talk from a place of, confidence, power. You can't, knowledge. So that's why you have to scout around things like culture. I've seen the show. I've seen every fucking minute of this shite. That's why you get the reviews that you get. That's why Disbrew does the reviews that he does. Eddie Brock with a €2 fitty. Superman and Lois ending with season 4. No more CWDC. Yeah, bye. CJ with a $5. Can you please explain to me why the sheriff who wants to stop crime is the villain? CJ, watch my reviews. She's no villain to me. Watch my reviews. She's no villain to me. Neither is John Prince. John Prince is the hero of the story. Angela Richter with a $10 is nice to see Az when I get out of the shower. Woo-wee. Ladies. And have a coffee in my hand. Feels like goodness. Just wait till I'm in your hand. Angela Richter gifted 5 memberships to the stream as well. Thank you, Angela. Appreciate you. Mr. Hat with a $5. Hey, Az, how's your day? How do you feel about the Iron Age movement? I feel very strongly about independent creators, people who want to create their own stuff. I think it's very motivating, very encouraging. Why? You look at the motivation of the person and why. Again, we're going to go into this. We're going to go into motivation. Look at the motivation of the person and why. And then decide whether or not that person is. Because we'll get it. Mr. Hat, we'll get into it. I don't want to shoot my wad right now with everything. Once I go through these, we'll discuss it. We'll have a big discussion about it. Time-wise today, we're good. We're good. We can do what we want today. No Sunday fun day. I can start the RoboCop stream whenever I want. So we're going to make sure we go through everything. But to me, it's about the person, not the movement. We've heard plenty of movements, whether it be called the Iron Age, Comicsgate, the Fandom Menace, whatever. There's lots of movements, but to me, it's about the person. Because there are plenty of people in these movements who I like and respect. And there's people that I don't. And there's people I don't. They might be aligned with what we want to ultimately achieve. The motivations might be very different. But to me, it's about the person and the content of that person's character. Not the movement, the brand, whatever you want to call it. It's got nothing to do with that at all. Support the creators who you believe in. And if somebody else does, whatever. If somebody else doesn't, whatever. But you support the content creator that you believe in. But we'll get, like I said, we'll get into it deeper. We'll get into that deeper, dude. Citric 19, Adam, with a 5-month sorcerer. Where are you? There you are. 5-month sorcerer. So Direct is basically like Colin Kaepernick, grown with the white privilege, but tries to be hood life oppressed type. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Simplified, but pretty much. You know, very privileged background, very privileged life. You know, again, whether through hard work or not, let's just say through hard work. Got no reason not to be that. But still, very privileged. Don't like it when people don't like it. Ted Hammond with a $2. You should ignore the ISOM trolls. Don't even respond. We're going to talk about it, Ted. We're going to talk about it. I think it's a conversation worth having. Ferrer Samra has been a bard for 2 months. Thank you. Alex Barrett. Where did I see the P? With a €12. Hi, Az. In Ireland, comics were hard to find growing up. Drop me pen on the floor! I'm trying to drag it back. I got it. I got the pen. Hiya, in Ireland, comics were hard to find growing up. There's plenty of potatoes there. I've always loved and got any trade paperbacks I could, but want to start collecting paper comics. Any advice on starting out or where to begin? Alex, go to a website called silveracre.com or silveracre.co.uk. Silveracre.co.uk are like a massive warehouse full of back issues of shitloads. So identify who you're into: Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, X-Men, blah blah blah. Go to silveracre.co.uk. Go to their catalog and just peruse the catalog. Silence with a 20 Bagnon says, "Hail to you, Az. I just came home after watching The Sound of Freedom. Bit tough to watch, but still good. After watching it, I thought to myself, when did Peter Wood start thinking high budget equals good movie? And it's just for the Hoots Fund." Going in the book. Spoiler alert, Peter Wood's always been Peter Wood. I don't think that's ever been any different. But some of the financial decisions made are insane to me. Absolutely insane. And the good news is, not my money. Let them waste it. Let them waste their money. And now we're seeing the repercussions of that. Now they're beginning to realize they are fucked. And thank you, man. It's in the book. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. There we go. Boom. Greg Koenig with a $5 says, thanks for the advice. Oh my God, my eyeballs nearly popped out my head then. Thanks for the advice. I bought 50 Mylar bags and did my shotgun or Shogun, not shotgun. Again, where did I see the T? The Shogun Warrior run and Christ Star run. So I guess I'll upgrade my G.I. Joe next. Nice. Yeah, I've got apart from issue 1, which I need to pick up, I've got a full run of the Marvel Transformers comic from 1984 onwards. Woo. I think it ran for about 80 something issues. And I've got the full run of not just the miniseries, but the full run of DC's Star Trek The Next Generation. Oh, I love that. X Station Playbox Switcheroo has become a member at the Sorcerer level. Thank you. Boobs. And Andrew Wordner has been a sorcerer for 5. If you can read this, know that God loves you. Best wishes to all 199. Fear God. By the way, that's when I say fear. When I put those pictures out of me in that say "Fear God," that's what it reads on my chest. That's what the kanji. Is it kanji? That's what the kanji means. It translates to "fear God." Tall, dark, and gruesome with the £5. Afternoon, old bean. Thanks for saving me money on Alan Wank 2 and Stat Spooderman 2. Are just pushing me back to older classics. Belly rubs for Belle. I gave her a little belly tickle the other day. I gave her a little belly tickle and I gave her belly a lovely little because I love my pookie. Yeah, what do Alan Woke 2 and Social Justice Man 2 have in common? Oh, yeah. Sweet Pea Ink. Tanner with a $10. Hey, lads, keep up the great work in the gym, brother. Gaim, sorry, not Jim, Gaim, brother. I'm 250 plus hours into Tears of the Kingdom, and I just want it to be over. Oh, okay. I'm ready for a complete Zelda reboot after these two games. Love you, man. Yeah, it'd be nice to see something a little bit different next. I do like them. I do like the gameplay, but something a little bit different would be nice after this. Chris from Michigan with a $5 says, "Hey, as accountability with food is all well and good, but when are we going to talk about all the hookers and blood?" We're not going to talk about that, Chris. We're not going to talk about that. That's between me. That's between me, my drug dealer, and my pimp. MJ UK 84, the £2. Thanks, Az. That's what I needed to hear. Good lad. Good lad. Mass Nielsen has been a bard for 4 months. Thank you, Mass. Loxor has become a member at the Witcher level. Thank you, Loxor. Ghost Matrix with a £5 says, "Looking forward to next RoboCop stream as tonight. Tonight." Hitchhiker 42 with an 18-month sorcerer. Hi, Az. Did you see Bill Hunt on Midnight's Edge? I asked about DS9 and Voyager coming out on Blu-ray, and he said to just wait. This could not be specific. Dude, we've been waiting a long in time. D Breezy with a $10 says, "For the demonetization, get the silverback trained up. Want to see a free-for-all victory." Yeah, I did not perform well, ladies, on yesterday's Party Animals. I got a lot of making up to do next stream. I only won 2 matches. Admittedly, I carried my team to victory in the team-based matches. Even though Kara and Steph kept fucking punching me out. But I carried my team to victory in the team matches. But in the individual, I only won 2. I only won 2 out of all the individual matches. That was not good enough. Not for a silverback. Maybe the shoulder tinge. Maybe it got to me. And also, last week, how did we do last week with Sunday Fun Day? The stream got demonetized. Today's stream was already demonetized. The stream got demonetized. I fought it. What happened? We lost, and it remained demonetized. So we got demonetized last week. So I will take that $10 without a tinge of guilt whatsoever. Duke Devil 95 gifting 10 memberships to the stream. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, dude. That's 50. Dawnbreaker with $5. If anyone wants a good sci-fi detective game, I highly suggest Tales of the Neon Sea. So far, its writing is far better than Alan Woke 2. Oh, okay. I do like a good detective game. And I do like the supernatural, you know. You know, don't you know? Dave Grimes with €2. As shall we now talk Long Halloween? Not today, as I mentioned at the beginning of the show. We got something else to discuss today. We'll do the Long Halloween at some point. Don't worry. Just like the fucking longbow hunters. Yeah. That's not my fault. I did my part. We're waiting on Gary's part. I tell you what, we'll have a longbow hunters discussion as well. Fuck Gary, about doing ourselves. Nuke 'em all has been a sorcerer for 9. Says looking good as keep it going. Thank you, man. Could be better though. It could be better. That's the thing. It could be better, but I haven't allowed it to be. So we're getting back on track. Right. That's caught us up to where we are at the moment. So let's get into this conversation. As I said at the start of the stream, full disclosure: how much money have I received from the Ripperverse? How much money have I received? How much free goods have I received for lending my support to Eric July, to the Ripperverse? None. Not a single thing. No. Every bit of product I've got, I've purchased out of my own pocket. Because it's not about money. It's not about anything to do with that whatsoever. It's about believing in the person. Now, if you've been on social media, then you might know that been a lot of dick riders. No, Daphne, I'm not. I'm not big on isometric games. I'm not big on isometric games. Been a lot of people making a lot of noise. What a surprise! What a coincidence! Just when Alpha Core's about to release, suddenly there's a big campaign, totally not coordinated, totally not inorganic, on social media, having a go at the Ripperverse. And we have the question, which the title says of the stream. We have the question: what's your favorite part of ISOM? What's your favorite part of ISOM 2? Why can't you answer that question? Why don't you answer that question? So let's actually address that. Well, I mean, first and foremost, they got me. They got me on ISOM 2 BC because I actually bought the ISOM 2 slab, so I couldn't read ISOM 2, so they got me. The gotcha worked. The gotcha worked. Congratulations, the gotcha worked. Oh wait, no. You see, you buy another copy. You buy another copy that you can actually fucking read. To go with all the other copies, I think I got covers A, D, slabs, t-shirts, hoodie. Okay, so let's answer the question. Let's answer the question. Why don't you answer the question? Let's ask the question. What's your favorite part of ISOM, Az? Why don't you answer the question? Why won't you answer that question? I have. The people who are asking these questions, they don't watch our streams, they don't watch our videos, they don't follow us on social media. I think about 99% of the people who were responding to the tweets that I was putting out, and yes, I was putting out those tweets to lure them all in. Because then you can see who you're dealing with, and you can just mute them. It's a very simple plan of action. It also winds them up, but we'll get into that later. We'll get into that bit later on. So they don't watch our streams, so they don't know. Have I answered the question of about ISOM? Yeah. We actually had a discussion about ISOM on the Real BBC once. And first and foremost, before we go into the answers, because the answers might not be what you want. Before we go into the answers, the people who are asking the question haven't read the book. They haven't read ISOM or ISOM 2. So I could answer the question. My favorite bit, my favorite bit of ISOM 2 is when Blood Ruth discovered that she was the daughter of Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader. That was my favorite bit from ISOM 2. They wouldn't know. They wouldn't know because they've never read the book. They never plan on reading the book because we're dealing with people with an orchestrated campaign of envy and dick riding. So they'd never know. I could make something up realistically. I could say, oh, my favorite bit was when let's just say Bloodruth again. My favorite bit is when Bloodruth summoned up the demon from hell and actually turned it on ISOM. That was my favorite bit of ISOM 2. They wouldn't know. No, I'm not saying any spoilers. I'm not saying any spoilers. The stuff that I'm saying, I'm making up. But I could say that, and it sounds realistic, but they'd never know. They would never know. Because what this is feeble attempts at gotchas. At gotchas from people who aren't interested in the book, don't care about the book, most likely don't even care about comics, don't care about pop culture. They've come very specifically from the dick riding community. So there's no point in even actually giving them an answer. Because if you give them an answer, then you're submitting the control to them. You're saying to them, I will bow to your demands. I don't give a fuck about these people. The biggest, weirdest cope message that I received was today from a DSP detractor. And so they're doing the Lord's work. God bless them. They're doing the Lord's work. And they said, imagine calling out DSP, then acting like him online with these tweets that I put out supporting the Rippaverse. And I just thought to myself, where the fuck do you even get that retarded thing from? Where the fuck do you even get that retarded thing from? A few home truths? Isn't that what calling out shit is? Home truths? Not the bullshit which you've been fed. But let me go back to ISOM 1. Let me go back to the first ISOM before we go on to ISOM 2. We had a discussion about ISOM on the Real BBC, but they wouldn't know because they never saw it. And a few months ago, on this stream, Afternoon Tea with Az, there was a person in chat and they were spamming, what's your favorite part of ISOM? This was before ISOM 2 came out, but it's a few months ago. I'd say within the last 6 months or so. A little bit before ISOM 2 came out. What's your favorite part of ISOM? What's your favorite part of ISOM? What's your favorite? And they were spamming it. So you knew that it was somebody who's looking for a gotcha. And I didn't respond to them in the chat. So the person thought they'd be clever. And they did use their brain. I'm going to give them credit. They did use their brain. They're like, okay, Az is not responding to my spam. But Az reads out all the super chats. So I'm going to super chat him. So they super chatted £2. And they said, what's your favorite part of ISOM? And they sat back and they waited for the gotcha. Because I have to read the super chat. I have to acknowledge the super chat. So I read the super chat. Az, what's your favorite bit about ISOM? So I answered. So I told them. Because they super chatted and they asked a question, so I answered the question for them. Never heard a thing from them after that. Never heard a thing from after that. Az, what was your favorite thing about ISOM? Well, my favorite thing was the whole fight dynamic with Alpha Core, Yaira, and ISOM. Because from day one, I think I've made it pretty clear from day one. I'm very interested in Alpha Core. I like the sort of look of Alpha Core, and I want to know more. Would you like to know more? Yes. And then when, of course, it was announced that Chuck Dixon was going to write Alpha Core, then I was completely all in. But my favorite bit about the first ISOM comic was Yara, ISOM, and Alpha Core having their little spat, shall we say. Am I quitting FNT? Yes. I've already quit. I've gone. Never to return. No, I will be taking December off, though. I won't be on FNT during December. So I answered the question because they super chatted. They super chatted. So I answered the question. Like I said, after that, never heard a peep from them again. Never heard a peep from them again. But there again, that person wouldn't have known because they wouldn't have ever read ISOM. So what does it actually mean? What's your favorite part of ISOM? What's your favorite part of? What does it mean? Like I said, this is all about trying to do gotchas. This is trying to do if they don't answer, they haven't read it. It's about a narrative. They want to construct a narrative, a fake narrative, a false narrative, but they want to construct a fake narrative. Now, why haven't I gone into my favorite part of ISOM 2 or stuff like that? Why haven't you asked me, chat? Now, this isn't a gotcha on you, okay? This isn't a gotcha on you. Because I'll answer the question for you. The chances are, with the amount of copies that ISOM sold, that ISOM 2 sold, that conversation hasn't happened between us because you've bought the book and read it. So you have made your own determination about the book. You have made your own determination about whether or not you like it, what your favorite part is, and you're content either way. Content because you like it, you thought it was okay, or it wasn't for you, whatever. But you've made your own decision up. You bought the product, and you've made your own decision up. So when you've done that, questions like that don't really tend to come out because we all know we've got it. We all know we've read it. That's why, because it's not necessarily a thing which is on the forefront of people's minds. You've got it. You've made your own determination. Now, if I won't say Kara, because Kara is actually employed by the Rippaverse. Let's say, let's just grab somebody at random here. Let's grab obviously a green name. A green. Let's say Mila. One of my lovely mods, Mila. Or Johan Naxos, a lurker supreme, but a lovely lurker. Or Luigi. I've used Luigi as an example in the past before. Or Signor Nessuno. Or Lady Wendelin. Let's say any of those people that I've just at random grabbed, well, not at random, I sort of specifically looked them out, but just those people that I, took as an examples. If I saw a message or a super chat, regardless, from them in the chat that said, what was your favorite part of ISOM 2? Would I think, they're trying to get me. They're trying to get me. No. That wouldn't be how I feel. I would have answered their question. And I would have answered their question because I see them, I know them. I know they're not part of the gotcha brigade. I know that whatever we're talking about, it doesn't have to be, Rippaverse. It can be Star Trek, Star Wars, Doctor Who, comics, books, TV, Marvel, film, DC. People that are here in the stream, 99% of you, there's always going to be some, other people. But 99% of you are here because you have latched on to something that I've done that you care about. Some part of culture. You might like Star Trek, but not be bothered about Star Wars. You might like Doctor Who, but not be bothered about Star Trek. You might not like Star Trek, but like Star Wars. regardless, you're here most likely because we connect on some part of pop culture, because that's what I discuss, pop culture. So if I saw a question from those people, I would take it as a legitimate, honest question. As I want to find out, what your favorite part was. So the people on the social media aspect, the people who've been going after Eric, they don't care what your answer is because A, they probably don't even know because they haven't read the book. But again, they don't care. It's about a gotcha. No answer that I give will ever matter to them. No answer that I give will ever satisfy them. So if I was to say my favorite part of ISOM 2, for example, was ISOM going again, I can't give spoilers. Okay. Am I okay to talk about the first half of the book? Well, when I say talk about it, I mean very briefly. Let's just say, at the beginning of the book, this isn't really a spoiler because at the beginning of the book, ISOM gets attacked by some creatures. I'm gonna be very, very basic. So if I answered them, my favorite bit of ISOM 2 was when he's attacked in the security office by the creatures at the beginning of the book. That means nothing to them because they hadn't read the book. And let's just give them the biggest benefit of the doubt imaginable that they have read the book. It still doesn't mean anything to them. Because I would show that, yes, of course I've read the book. But that's not what they're interested in. They're interested in trying to get a gotcha. They're interested in trying to make you bend to their will. I don't give a fuck what they think. I don't give a fuck what these people think. I care what you guys think. I care what Eric July is doing. I care about the idea and the development of the Ripperverse. I care about that thing. But do I care about some fucking dick rider or somebody that took the download from the dick rider and that's now their opinion because the dick rider said so? Do I care about them? Nothing. No, I don't give a fuck about you. You are meaningless to me. Meaningless to me. You guys, you matter. You care because you come, you watch the content, you support. You're amazing. But someone, I don't give a fuck about you. Why won't you answer the question? This is a far left. By the way, this is a far left ploy. Attempt to try and shame. Why won't you answer the question? You can't answer the question because you haven't read it. Gotcha. No. I'm not answering the question to you because I don't give a fuck about you. Not you. No, Pete. Not you. No, I don't care. I don't care what you think, Pete. Sorry. In all the different independent campaigns that have come out, actually, fuck it. I'm gonna. People say they like it when I'm just completely honest. I'll be completely honest. We all know I can't fucking stand EVS. He's a prick. He's a snake. He's a scumbag. I'd never tell anyone here not to buy his book. I'd never say that. I'll leave that in your hands. I'll leave that in your hands, whether or not you want to purchase any product from him whatsoever. I won't be. But you go right ahead if you would. Because you can make your own mind up. You can make your own determination up. You can decide who you want to purchase from and who you don't want to purchase from. Eric July has sold, how many ISOMs did he sell? He sold like 60,000 copies of the first ISOM Kara, correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, she's got to bounce. She's got a flight. Good luck. Have fun for tomorrow's Alpha Core release. I think it was about 60,000 units that he sold, and I think it was like 45,000 individual people. Something along those lines. Something along those lines. So 45,000 different people with 60,000 books sold. That's a fuck ton. That is a fuck ton. There can be another independent creator that you love. I'm not going to say any names because I don't want this to sound awful towards them. There could be another independent creator that you absolutely love, and they could sell 3,000 books. The difference between 3,000 and 45,000, or even 3,000 and 60,000, is colossal. Does that mean that the independent creator that sold 3,000 copies is shit compared to the Ripperverse's sale? No, of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't. Doesn't mean that at all. It's just the kind of support base that surrounded those people. A lot of people might not be aware of their work. A lot of people might not have necessarily heard of them. A lot of people might be new to comics or books, or there's lots of different factors. One of the reasons why the Ripperverse and Eric particularly has been so successful is because Eric has a lot of fingers in different pies, ladies. His fan base is coming from multiple different sources. His fan base is coming from people who love pop culture and comics. His fan base is coming from his political takes. His fan base is coming from his music. He's got a lot of different avenues that draw people in to watch him. He does work for the Blaze. He does work for the Blaze. So he's got a lot. And he's current. He's current and he's right there. He's young. He's only in his early 30s. Wish I was in my early 30s. And he's really tapped in. And also, there's nothing ideological in the ISOM books. They're not ideological books. Some of the creators in the independent sphere, they do ideological books. You know, they do the pendulum swing. That's entirely up to them to do. I'm not interested in the pendulum swinging in a completely the opposite direction. I would like the pendulum to be somewhere down at the bottom doing this. That's what I would like. Because I think things work better when you've got ideas from both sides. And sometimes it can be very interesting and make for compelling reading when you have conflicting ideologies. Green Arrow, Green Lantern comic was always, a good one. You had the, Green Arrow, who was a very liberal kind of a guy. And then you had Hal Jordan, which was more of a conservative kind of a guy. So they made for some interesting. You don't have to take it specifically like that. You can just have it as a bit of an ideology clash, just in how you get things done. So it can work. Some swing to, but some and most of the independent creators just want to create entertainment for you. They just want to create entertainment for you. I don't think Graham Nolan's campaign, The Ghost of Matacumbe Bay, is ending soon. Grab it now on Indiegogo. I don't think there's going to be anything ideological in The Ghost of Matacumbe Bay. It's going to be just a fun story. A fun story that ties into Madakambe Key. Thank you. Sorry, not Bay, Key. Thank you. See, chat are already on this. It's just going to be an entertaining book, and I thoroughly recommend that you back it because Graham Nolan is a lovely man. Is there going to be anything ideological in Matt Wagner's and Kelly Jones's Dracula, the Impaler on Kickstarter right now? Less than 2 weeks to go, and we're going to have Kelly and Matt together a week on Tuesday on the Real BBC. Of course there isn't. It's gonna be a cool story about Vlad the Impaler, and it's gonna be fucking rough. When I say rough, I mean it's gonna be violent and it's gonna be great. Because Matt Wagner's a great writer and Kelly Jones is a fucking unbelievable artist. One of the greats, one of the absolute all-time greats. These are wonderful creators that have had unbelievable careers. You know, both Graham, of course, and Kelly having incredible careers in DC Comics. Both as cover artists and interior artists on Detective Comics and Batman Comics, respectively. Unbelievable stuff. It's not necessarily about the amount of units that are sold. These are people who are coming from good places. They're good people coming from good places. They just want to entertain you. That's all they want to do. They just want to entertain you. Something which is missing. A lot of people completely get Eric wrong. Eric is a libertarian, by the way. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if Eric voted for the I am the biggest fucking gay in the world party. I don't give a fuck. What Eric sticks on a ballot box every 4 years is irrelevant to me. Who he is as a person is relevant to me. What Robert Meyer Burnett puts on a ballot box every 4 years is irrelevant to me. Who Robert Meyer Burnett is as a person is what matters to me. Chris, aka Frank Gore. I don't give a fuck what Chris Gore sticks on a ballot box once every 4 years. It's irrelevant to me. It's who he is as a person. Jeremy, Geeks and Gamers, Gary, Nerdronic, Ryan Kinnell. I don't care who they vote for. I care about them as people and the content of their character. That's what's important to me. And every single person that I've mentioned here, to me, is a great person. A great person. And I know that some of them vote Democrat, some of them vote liberal, and some of them vote libertarian. It's irrelevant. It's got nothing to do. The fact now that people seem to want to quantify who you are as a person by who you vote for is insanity. Absolutely insanity. And it's something that's only really come in the last 5-6 years or so. It was never a thing. It's been never a thing to me growing up. Who did you vote for this general election? Oh, I voted Labour. Who do you vote for? Conservative. Why'd you do that? Oh, because if I vote Conservative, I get a better tax break because of my tax bracket. Oh, okay. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck. You can stick your fucking Dan. You can stick your dick in the ballot box for all I care. It matters. Well, I mean, a bit weird. But who am I to kink shame? About the content of somebody's character. So going back to Mr. Hat earlier, and what I said I was going to discuss there is you know, people like to bracket you nowadays. They like to try and put you in a nice, convenient box. And why do they like to put you in a nice, convenient box? Well, if you're put in a nice, convenient box, then they can treat everybody who they put in the box the same. And then they don't have to worry about the content of that person's character because they've been categorized, pushed, filed, stamped, indexed, briefed, debriefed, and numbered, as they would say in The Prisoner. It's so easy to dehumanize and class everyone the same based off the bracket that you gave them. Whether or not the bracket is the fandom menace, whether or not the bracket is Comicsgate, whether or not the bracket is, what else have we got? The Iron Age. It's easy. It's easy to do that. But I personally, call me old-fashioned, I like to try and judge somebody based off who they are as a person, how they've responded to me, to others, and whether or not I find them a genuine person or a good person. And there are people who would be put in the same box that they would put me, and I for whatever reason, just don't get on with them. Clash of personality, whatever it may be, just don't get on with them. That's life. It's like working a job. When you go to work, you don't necessarily like everybody at work, but you got to work with them. You know, so, I mean, I don't have to work with the people I don't want to work with, obviously. But at work, you turn up for work. You can't choose who your work colleagues are. You just got to get on with it. And some of them you're going to like, and some of them you're not going to like. But you're all in the same company together, doing the same thing, with the same goal. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes people are just dicks. Yeah? Sometimes they've just got fucking personality issues. Whatever it may be. But I just personally try to judge somebody based off the content of the character. And that's what I'm like with Eric. I've known Eric for three years or so now. I've done many streams with Eric, whether it be FNT, Real BBC, over on Geeks and Gamers. And now, of course, Eric and I have just started up our own show with the official first part this Wednesday just gone. And why did we create a show together? Because when I've always dealt with Eric on a group basis before, FNT, Real BBC, you know, streams where there's multiple people. And a few weeks ago, Eric and I did our first one-on-one stream together. First time we'd streamed just mono. And we clicked. We had some really good conversation, and the conversation flowed. And I enjoyed it, and Eric really enjoyed it, and the audience seemed to enjoy it. And there just seemed to be a nice bit of chemistry there between us. And after the show, Eric contacted us. He's like, that was a really good show, man. You know, I'd like to do it again. Sooner the better. I was like, hey, let's, you know, are you free this week? I'm free this week. Let's do it again then. So we did it again. Oh, Dan, I hate it when you get jealous. It's not a good quality for you, dude. You're too pretty and gay to be jealous. Come on now. I love you as well. And then after we did the second show, which we enjoyed immensely again, we had a conversation afterwards about, should we what do you think about making this? What do you think about making this an ongoing thing? So we said, okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I've been streaming with Gary Nerdrotic. Gary and I are as I keep saying, Gary's my ride or die. Gary Mauler, my ride or dies. They really are. I've been streaming with Gary from Nerdrotic pretty much twice a week since the day we met. Pretty much. We are far beyond boyfriend relationship. We're deep into engagement territory now. But Gary and I clicked immediately. We clicked immediately as people that got on with each other. Not just people that had things in common necessarily. We just really got on well with each other. But brothers, absolutely. And since that first stream that I did on Gary's channel about Doctor Who, which I think was March 2020, nearly 4 years ago, in just less than half a year, 4 years ago, Gary and I have been pretty much streamed twice a week with the Real BBC and FNT, as well as going on other people's channels and sometimes going on there. It is big gay. It is the biggest, but we love doing it. We love doing it. We love doing it together. We bust each other's balls. We have good conversation. We have a laugh. It's a great time. And I think things like that really show to an audience. Hey, let's bring Robert Meyer Burnett back into the equation, because I love streaming with Robert. I love Robert. I think he's such a nice guy. Authenticity is the currency of tomorrow. Well, I would say authenticity is the currency of today. Because as an audience, I think you guys get when people gel. You get when there is authentic relationship, authentic fun, camaraderie, whatever you want to call it. I think you guys understand that. That's why FNT works. We bust each other's fucking balls. We have a great laugh. Everybody is the butt of a joke at some point. We don't take ourselves seriously. We understand that what we do for a living is a privilege to do. We understand that. And when you have that sort of mentality, then it's easy for you to just get on. This could all end tomorrow. YouTube could say, oh, by the way, tomorrow, we're kicking you off the platform. Tomorrow, everybody's getting demonetized. YouTube are no longer going to pay people. It could all end tomorrow. We understand that. We get that. But we would still continue to do what we do. We'd either go elsewhere or would go, right, okay, we can't do this, so let's do this instead. Yeah, we'd find a way. We would find a way to keep things going as best we could. It does sound gay. It's gay in all the right orifices as well. But that's how I like to, when I do content with somebody, that's what I base it off. Do I gel with this person? Is there chemistry between us? Could we just talk about anything all day? You put Gary in a room with me, we could talk all day, every day. We could just go on and on. Same with Mauler. On and on and on and on. Jeremy. Ryan. On and on. And Eric. When Eric and I start talking, boom, we can just go on and on. There is so much that we have in common, so much commonality there that we could just discuss things all day, every fucking day. Content of somebody's character. Chris Gore would love to do a Red Dwarf stream. I would love to do a Red Dwarf stream. If you saw before I left FNT this Friday, Dave, no, I'm not. I'm not getting anything new Trek. Nothing new Trek. Anson Mount, not a problem. Not getting him. Not getting him. Shit, what was I saying? Yeah, we could just talk for hours and hours and hours. So much commonality. What was I just saying? God, I was going somewhere and I put on a bit behind there. Bit behind. Whatever. Lost my train of thought. Oh, I think I know where I was going. Yeah. At the end of FNT, because we had Kelly Jones and Graham Nolan on, and Graham Nolan at one point in the show he was like, "Oh, what do they do with Batman's back? They got that woman, Sean." I was like, Chandra Kinsolving. Because I fucking know Nightfall, in out, up, down, left, right, put the kettle on. So I said before I left, I said to Graham and Kelly, I would love to do a Nightfall stream with you guys. And like, yeah. Huh? So because I know that we could have an amazing conversation about that. I think it'd be really entertaining. I think it'd be really fun to do. And it's about fun. It's about trying to entertain an audience. Now, yeah, I've gone all over the houses here. But I'm trying to set something up that I think is very, very important. We are brought here, the people who are watching this stream, the people who I stream with, we are brought here not just by commonality of what we've watched and what we like as a regards to a brand, a franchise. We're also brought here because we enjoy the company, whether it be you guys watching the stream or me streaming with people. Which means that we're brought, in my eyes, we're brought together in good faith. Because what's the difference between us shitting on the Rippaverse and you shitting on Marvel? Because we care. Because we actually care about the Marvel products, the Marvel shows, the Marvel films, the characters. We care. You don't care about the Rippaverse. You never have. You never have and you never will. To you, it's just a target to shit on. We don't wake up and say, I'm going to shit on Marvel because it's Marvel for Marvel's sake. No. We are being uber critical of these companies because they've taken characters, stories that we love and they've shat all over them. We criticize Doctor Who because they took an unbelievable character, a wonderful character, and they shat all over it for current day ideology. Same with DC. Same with Marvel, etc., etc. These are things that we care about. We care about the comics. We care about the toys. We care about the video games. We care about the TV shows. We care about the films. In the case of Robin Hood, but you don't like Robin Hood as. Robin Hood, wonderful British folk hero. Robin Hood is known worldwide. as a singular character, am I the world's biggest Robin Hood fan? Do I have Robin Hood underwear on right now? No, of course I don't. But because of Robin Hood, because of the folk lore behind Robin Hood, because of the hero that they were, it inspired characters like Green Arrow. And I'm huge Green Arrow fan. So once again, with something like Robin Hood, we're seeing somebody co-opt a wonderful folk hero because they want to inject their ideology in. So it comes into the remit that we deal with, which is calling out ideological changes. If Robin Hood was just a shit show, but it wasn't ideologically driven, I doubt it would have half the impact that it's having right now. I doubt it. But when you take something and you ideologically change it, a hero, a folk hero, it's the same fucking thing. It is the same thing. You want to take something, you want to take an ideal and you want to pervert it and twist it to your current day ideology. Don't work like that. Does not work like that. That's why I'll call out things like race changing Anne Boleyn. You are literally trying to rewrite history for your ideology because you're broken. You're broken. You don't hear me calling out Elementary, the TV show Elementary. Oh my God, the Americans, they culturally appropriated Sherlock Holmes. They changed Dr. Watson. They made him Joan Watson and an Asian woman. And they made Holmes living in New York. Why didn't I call that out? Because the show wasn't ideological. That wasn't the drive of the show. The show were like, we want to make a contemporary Sherlock Holmes. We want to play with it. But the show was always designed to be exceedingly entertaining. There wasn't ideology in there. Those changes were made because they wanted, number one, they got two great leads. But they wanted to actually legitimately just play and put a twist on something. Not an ideological spin. There's a big difference in that as well. The writing was good. Well, I mean, it was better than good. The writing was very good. The characters were very good. The stories were very good. And it was a procedural as well. And to have that level of quality in a procedural is absolutely incredible. Those decisions were not made ideologically. They were made in an effort to mix things up, to legitimately mix things up and put a different spin on it. And that's a big difference. But to bring this back round and complete the circle, the reason why I support Eric so much, the reason why I support the Rippaverse so much, I always wear, I wear the merch all the time. And that is, by the way, that is a conscious thing to do. That's not a, what t-shirt should I put on today? I'm just going to put this Yaira t-shirt on, or just going to put this Ripper. No. It's a conscious decision. I want people to see it. And the reason why I support it so much is because I, as an individual, as a singular person, believe in him. Eric didn't make the Rippaverse for ideological reasons. Oh, it's getting real gay in here, dude. Fucking hand jobs, reach arounds, the whole job lot. He didn't make the Rippaverse for an ideological reason. He made the Rippaverse just because comics were shit. Mainstream comics were shit, and they were doing all the ideological stuff which made it shit. Eric just wanted to make a universe that people could just be entertained by again. No, you can like the comic, you can not like the comic. That's your prerogative to do. I believe in what he's trying to do. I believe in the direction of the Ripperverse. No multiverses, none of this shit. We're going to have proper continuity of character so you can invest in the characters. There's not going to be 58 fucking ISOMs, 72 Yairas. No, we're going to have a consistency so you can care about the character again. We're bringing in these characters. We've got Yaira, we've got Alpha Core, we've got Bloodruth now. We're bringing in these new characters. We're going to start developing them. Let's see what you guys think. Of course, Alpha Core comes out tomorrow. A pre-order for everybody. Comes out tomorrow for pre-order. I believe in what he's trying to do, and that's why it's got my support. Just like I did believe in EVS, but then he stuck knives in our backs because he's just a jealous, fucking, weird, egotistical, self-destructive fool. And then my belief in him went, gone forever, done. I believe in Graham Nolan. I believe that what Graham Nolan is doing is just creating great, fun content. I believe in Kelly Jones. I believe that he just wants to draw the best that he possibly can. I believe in Mandy Summers. I think Mandy Summers just wants to put something out that people think is fun. I believe in lots of different people. And I believe in the Ripperverse, and I believe in Eric. I think he's coming from a great place. I think he's got the right idea. And he's just going to get better and better. Remember, he's put 2 books out. The first 2 books he's ever done. He's just going to get better and better. And he's going to learn from people like Chuck Dixon. He's going to learn from Mike Barron. He's going to learn from these people. And that's going to make his work better in the future as well. I think ISOM's got off to a very solid start. Could it be tighter in places? Absolutely. Could it be worse in places? A whole lot worse. It's still way better than a lot of the fucking mainstream garbage that I've seen come out. But am I expecting Eric to be Chuck Dixon from day one? That's not going to happen. He's learning his craft. And the important thing is he's learning from his craft. Because I actually thought quite a bit of ISOM 2 was better than the first ISOM. I could already see places where I saw Eric improving. And what I found interesting in certain characters, and maybe one day we will have the discussion about this. You know, when I'm allowed to and you're not worried about spoilers. But I think there's a lot of characters that are working. And then I think there's a lot of places that you can really tighten up. Really tighten things up. But Eric's going to take that on board. He's going to take advice from people like Chuck, people like Mike Barron, and others. And he's going to learn from that, and it's going to make things even better and better. We've got the Soska sisters going on to Yaira. Very energetic, the pair of them. Very enthusiastic. I bought their, is it here? Is it? Yeah. I wanted to know more about them, so I picked up some of their Black Widow stuff. This is an exciting time for people who are actually interested in this, not the internet social media dick riders that don't care. You don't care about this, so why do I care about you? I don't. Fuckity bye. You're nothing. But we care about this stuff. And to me, it's such an exciting time right now. And I can feel the anticipation and the excitement. I can palpably feel it for this universe and the Rippaverse going forward. And that to me is really exciting. And now we're going to get the first non-Eric book. We're going to get Alpha Core with Chuck Dixon. And then after that, we're going to get Yaira from the Soska sisters. We're bringing in new creators. So now we're going to, even though there's a Bible of what these characters are going to be, now we're going to get a different vibe from these other creators. And that in itself is going to be interesting because we're going to get different perspectives, different writing, fleshed out new characters. What's ISOM's powers? No, maybe, just maybe, those things are going to start getting revealed along the way. Along the way. Maybe. So to me, very exciting times. Chuck Dixon is one of the greatest comic book writers of all time. Full stop. End of. There isn't a discussion to be had. That's just a fact. So to have Chuck Dixon on Alpha Core, a book which I'm personally very excited about, to me is, can't wait. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Tomorrow, I think it's going to be a huge day. I'll put my money where my mouth is. I see Alpha Core doing 7 figures. I do. I see Alpha Core doing 7 figures. I do. I really do. And if it smashes that, God, who knows what else it could do. But I think what's more important is without the Rippaverse, you know, I mean, putting the Rippaverse aspect to one side, Eric can't make you buy his book. So the fact that both the books have sold incredibly well shows a massive demand from people that this is what they want. Whether it be through the ethos, the plan of action that Eric has with the Rippaverse or not, irrelevant. Because the mainstream industry talk about, the biggest person out there is Sean Gordon Murphy. I've got nothing against Sean Gordon Murphy. I like Sean Gordon Murphy. I think he's a very good writer, very good artist. So I've got nothing against the guy. But the mainstream comic book industry just talk about him as this huge guy. He couldn't hold a torch to what the 2 ISOM books have done. He can't. And that's not me trying to shit over him. It's just a fact. His plot holes did what? 250,000? His original crowdfunded book, Plot Holes, did about 250,000. ISOM did 3.6 million? 3.4, 3.6 million? Eric is the biggest name. The Rippaverse is the biggest thing in all of comics today. And the mainstream don't want to recognize that. And they don't want to recognize that because he's not ideologically aligned to them. And that's why their industry, the mainstream industry, is burning to the ground. And the independent creator is thriving. Absolutely thriving. Plot Holes was a very weird campaign. It was very badly put together. But it was badly put together, not really through any fault of Sean Gordon Murphy. It was really to do with the coordinator of his campaign, her politics, her gatekeeping. But they could, who cares? Let them do that. Let them creatively shoot themselves in the foot. Let them do that. No skin off my nose. No skin off my nose. Do what you want. Don't care. Right, let's polish off some supery duperies. Ladies, that's what she said. Where did we get to? We got to... We got to... Was it co-op? Okay. Co-op or coop with a $5 says, hey, let's bring it up. Where are you? Where do we get to? Go on break. Yeah, did that. Here we go. Boom. Love the RoboCop video. Definitely going to watch it later, but I have to buy a PS5 to play it. Now I'm thinking of getting one. It's a very fun game. Ministry of One Thing with a $10. Hey, Az, not to ruin your Sunday, but according to Hollywood Reporter, there's a new Robin and the Hood movie trying to get green lit. Stars Gwendolyn Christie and an 11-year-old female Robin. What do you mean ruin my day? This sounds amazing. This sounds like another payday waiting to happen. War Wizard with a $2. Hail Silverback, the Vanilla Gorilla. Stick this in a Who's Fund. I will. I will. Brotherly, sorry, I stuck it in the book. I just zoned out. I was reading the chat, just zoned out. Put it in the book, thank you. Brotherly Bruh with a $10 says, isn't asking your favorite for your favorite part of the comic to millions an easy fishing method? Writing an article trashing the comic would then be easy. They'd probably plug their comments into AI. No, it's got nothing to do with writing a column or anything like that. This is, like I said, this is all about weird dick riding gotchas. It's about people who are being very vocal in supporting Eric and attempting to create a narrative of, because you won't answer the question, it means you didn't read the book, which means if you didn't read the book, which means you didn't like it. That's the logical, their logic, by the way, not actually logical, but their logic narrative that they're trying to put together, when the simple fact of the matter is, you mean nothing to us. We don't have to answer to you. Like I said, if any of the examples that I gave of the people from the chat, people that I've seen on the regular, if any of them said that question, I'd have no problem in answering it. No problem in answering it. Because from them, it would come from a legitimate place. These, as I've said, these are people who haven't even read the book. So they wouldn't even know that the answer I gave them was legit or not legit. And even if they had read the book and I gave an answer, then it's just like, move on. You just wouldn't hear from them again. Did you like it? I loved it. You're a shill. Did you like it? Thought it was okay. Which means you didn't like it. It's all about trying to do pathetic gotchas. They don't care about pop culture. They don't care about comics. They don't care about Eric. They don't care about the Rippaverse. They don't care about ISOM. They don't care about any of this. This is from a community that's born out of finding a target and hitting that target, because that's how they get their content. Dick riders. People who can't create. People who've got no ideas. Nothing to discuss. Scumbags. They got every right to make the content. Don't stop them from being just scumbags. They would fuck each other over in a heartbeat to get ahead of one another. Whereas as I've mentioned earlier, the people that I've been streaming with Gary twice a week for nearly 4 years, 3.5 years, 3.5 years of pretty much been streaming at least twice a week. That's a lot of time to spend with somebody. Never mind the phone calls that Gary and I do outside of that, the conversations that we have. Never mind all of that time that we spend together. Friday night tights every week, 52 times a year. It's a lot of time, 3 hours, a lot of time to spend with people. We do it because we actually want to be with them. We do it because we enjoy the company. We do it because we support those people. When I went through my, with the Starfield thing, I had a ton of people shitting on me. I had a ton of people supporting me. Surprise, surprise. When you put divisive politics into a game and somebody makes and it has an opinion about the divisive politics, there's a divisive response. I had so many people that came to support me from our side. The people whose company I enjoy, the people who I stream with on the regular basis, even people who I casually stream with, massive support because we are brought together through commonality and actually enjoy each other's company. Razor Fist. I don't stream a lot with Razor Fist. I think I've just done a handful of streams with Razor Fist in my time. Love his stuff. Really good guy. Guy made an absolute banger of a video in support of me. Absolute banger of a video. It was fucking hilarious. Nick Ricada. I know Eric and Nick have got their issues together, and I really hope those boys work it out because I love the pair of them. Nick Ricada was fucking fighting all over the place for me on Twitter. Eric did a video himself. Jeremy, Gary, Ryan, everyone from FNT, everyone, the whole job lot of them, boom. Wonderful, wonderful, support. I even reached out to a couple of people and I was just like, dude, I'm thinking about doing this video in response to this. And, they had my back so much that they were just like, no, don't do it. Dude, you're taking it. Yeah, you got great support from us. You're taking a lot of shit. Dude, let us create a shield around you. Let us circle the wagons around you. We'll start going. We'll do. Let the term that they used was, let the soldiers fight for you now. Let the soldiers fight for you. You take a step back. You let the soldiers fight for you. Because this is going to be hard to comprehend for the people on the outside of this. We like each other. We actually like each other. And we support each other. Nobody's trying to get one over. It's not a bucket of crabs. There's no knives in my back from Gary, Jeremy, Ryan, Odin, Comics, Chrissy. There's no knives in my back there. None. From other places, absolutely. But no, because we actually genuinely like and support each other and make sure that we'll have each other's back. Does Eric need my support with all this that's going on? No, he can look after himself. But I want to stand shoulder to shoulder next to him. So when he turns his head, he sees who's there right by his side. Because we support you and we actually like you. We want you to do well. We want you to succeed. That's a concept that these people can't understand. Because they will fuck each other over in a heartbeat to get ahead. Because that's where they're coming from. Their motivation is self-driven. Me above all else. Ego, vanity, narcissism. And that manifests in things like this with clear jealousy and envy. And it's clear for all to see. So that's why when you do get their minions coming, you tell them, fuck, you just, why won't you answer this? Because I don't have to answer shit to you. Because you're nobody. You don't care. You never have cared. You never will care. You're not coming from a place of good faith. You're not being legitimately curious. You're coming from the dick riders that will fuck each other over in a heartbeat to get ahead. Good luck. What a horrible way to live. What a horrible way to live. But that's the way they chose. So fuck them. So when that person gave me that advice, when they said, dude, just let the soldiers fight for you, I let the soldiers fight for me. A lot of people reached out. You okay? You doing all right? I'm doing fine. I know it's a weird time, dude, but we're here. A lot of people. I never felt at any point during that whole process, even when I had accounts with millions of subscribers that saw the easiest of target, middle-aged white man, bald, beard. Middle-aged white man complaining about far left, preferred pronoun, ideology shit. This is the easiest fucking thing for us to do. Millions of subscribers on these. Boom, boom, boom. They couldn't break through the defense. They couldn't break through the defense. The shield wall was too strong. It was too strong. Great people. Great people. So even though, yeah, it was a weird time, I was getting reached out to by mainstream media, Fox News, stuff like that. Can you come on, do an interview? All of that. Let's stick it. We want to stick it to the leftist. No. Wait. Sorry, the stream turned on the other window. No, to me, it isn't about sticking it to one side. To me, it's about the culture and the things that I love, and I'm seeing them perverted by the ideology. Not trying to get involved in your petty them versus us shit. I want my fucking franchises back. I want my entertainment back. I want my escapism back. So yeah, I even though there was a lot of shit going on, I actually legitimately felt, pretty damn good. And how did I come out of it? Well, 12, 15,000 new subscribers. A complete show of support from you guys. I felt it. It was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Because we actually believe in these things. We believe in our pop culture. We believe in our heroes, our TV, film, comics, books, video games. We believe in them. And the ideologues don't. And that's why they'll always fucking fail. And the dick riders don't. And that's why they'll always fail. And we got the silverback title out of it as well. Crimson Shadow with a £5 says, thank you for saving me my money on Alan Wank 2 and Spiderwoke 2. I'll be getting RoboCop and then, and the next two, Dragon games. Ooh. The Dragon games. That was Gary, by the way. Clearly listening to the stream. Kung Fu Hot Dog has been a member for 5 months. As your sexy Sauron, when you start building muscle next year, can we expect you to cosplay Batman? That would be cool as fuck. Dude, to cosplay Batman, you got to be in fucking the shapest of shape. The shape that I'm trying to get into is a human being. A shape that resembles a human being. That's the shape that I'm trying to get into. Besides, I'm 5'11", Batman's 6'2". Mike has bad knees with a $2 says, you made it Facebook official. Yeah. It's not complicated. It's Facebook official. Brian Himura with a $10. I don't catch you live often, but in my eyes, you do God's work calling out these shows, woke bullshit, and putting out good content. And I'm a black guy from the streets of Los Angeles. Keep your head up, son. It's because, dude, it doesn't matter the color of your skin. Because fandom never gave a shit about that ever. It's only when the posers came in, and the posers who, of course, brought their ideology in, their identity politics became prevalent. And then color, gender, sexuality mattered because it mattered to them, the superficial. But it never mattered to us because it wasn't the superficial that we cared about. It was the actual content of the characters, the actual great writing of the characters. So that's why, dude. So it don't matter if you're black, white, purple, magenta, burnt sienna. We gravitated towards these characters because of how they behaved, how they acted, their morality, the heroicism. That's what we latched onto. And thank you. Colhauser with a 5 Canadian says, hey, Az, I learned nothing from Director X on the stream last night. No offense to the YouTubers, but you, Ryan, and Gary should have been there. He wants, like I said, Colhauser, the guy, he can go on all the shows he wants. It's my show he wants. And Disprove shows that he actually wants. And we ain't going to give him the time. We're not. He's like a petulant child. He's like a petulant child. No. You ain't getting. As I said earlier in the stream, but I will make money off your garbage show. And I will actually take your garbage show and make it entertaining for an audience to watch. So we'll Disprove. But in terms of you getting on our fucking shows, fuck off. As I said earlier, when you're trying to have a conversation with somebody in private to actually talk, and then they come out to the mainstream media and call you all a bunch of racists, as Kanye West said in Power, that's a strange way to try and start a conversation. So he just showed us his true colors so he can fuck right off. And he can have his tantrums all over the internet. He ain't getting on mine to have it. And he ain't going to get on Disproves to have it. And he can fucking pull all the Teddy tantrums he wants in his privileged little world. You don't mean anything to us, sir. But we will take your product and we will fucking make it into something actually fun. He's a piece of shit. Legalize adulthood with a $50. 50! Az just sent you a message about Final Fantasy. Fantastic 4 13. And this 50's for the bankers. Let's have a look. Hold on. Okay, yeah, legalize adulthood. I see it. I'll do that for you. It might not be today, but I'll do that for you in the next week or so, dude. And I'm gonna go in the book. Yeah, Director X. He comes across to me as somebody who doesn't hear the word no very often in his privileged little world. So he gets big mad when somebody's just like, nah. But he had his chance. He was the one that blew it. Not me. He was the one that blew it. He had his chance. We were going to talk in private. But then he decided just to call us all racist. And he showed exactly who he fucking was. So he can go fuck himself. He doesn't want a conversation. He just wants to come on, call people racist, have a fucking tantrum, cause some fucking shit, act like a child. Maybe he should take his own advice and do some of those meditation techniques that he does. Garfield's, and by the way, $50. Thank you so much, Legalize Out Holder. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure with a $5. Yo, Silverback. Which member of the Alpha Core are you looking forward to seeing the most? I'm personally interested in Braxwell. His design is pretty cool. Call me a dirty old man, but Ingrid. I want to see Ingrid and Yaira fight. I want to see them go for it. That's what I want. I want to see them going for it. Mr. Hat with a $2 says, "Who's got it here?" Nick S with a $5. Hey, Az, looking good, bud. Inspired me to start working out again and losing my spare tire. Dude, don't worry. I'm carrying around a whole fucking chop shop right now. Yuris Aroda has been a member for 4 months. Thank you. Appreciate you. The Geek Getaway with a $2 says, "Can you go in detail about your favorite part of ISOM?" Well, I went into it. I just said it earlier. The whole part where ISOM is fighting with Yaira, Alpha Core come in. Chaos ensues. Yaira fooks off. ISOM's wondering what the hell's going on. Seeing all of the main, because they're the main brunt of the characters so far, kind of interlocking. But we need, obviously, Alpha Core is going to start fleshing that out. Yaira is going to start fleshing out Yaira. Can I tell you too much about Yaira and Alpha Core right now? No, because there hasn't been that information provided to us yet. But seeing the big characters all sort of coming together at the same point in ISOM 1 was good. I really enjoyed that. It's like Starship Troopers. Would you like to know what? Yes. I'm doing my part. Well, actually, I kind of am doing my part, really. You know, that's just a little fraction of it. Patriotic Gestart with a $10. No message, just sticking a $10 in the back pocket, turning around, walking away. No, not even any eye contact. Stuck it in the back pocket, turn around, walk away. I wouldn't have even known he was there. Wouldn't have even known. Andy Masterson with a $2 says, "I'm really proud of your progress, inspired." Thank you, Andy. Andy, who's older than me, but he's in incredible shape. Is our Andy. Brass Monkey with a $10 for the hoose. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We're 2 books into ISOM, you know. We don't have huge amounts of information to go off right now. This is a world that's starting to form, starting to develop. And that, like I said, that's, to me, one of the most exciting aspects of it. Is we're gonna get to see this develop together. Whee! Old boy with a €5. Hi, Az, are you familiar with Gunpla? I'm not, but I do watch a couple of sexy ladies with big tits paint them. Paint the models. And that's all I need to care about. Ted Hammond with a $2 says, "I don't throw Teddy tantrums. I just have moments." We all have moments, dude. We all have moments. Cole Hauser with another 2 Canadian says, "Well said, my brother. Love you, Az." Oh, thank you, dude. Appreciate you, man. Do appreciate you, buddy. Saint Adam with a 22-month bard. Thank you. And Hayden, 75, with a $10 says, "And it always seems like it's the same people who want instant gratification with work, pay, free housing, etc. They want that instant gratification with their comics. What's ISOM's power? Why don't we know? Read." Yeah. It's because it's a developing world, developing characters, developing universe with 2 books in. Eric's trying to introduce characters, not overwhelm, introduce new characters, and then he's doing exactly what he's doing. He's then moving them into their own books to then start to flesh them out. Alpha Core tomorrow. I don't know how many times I'm going to say this on this stream, but it's never going to be enough. Alpha Core is out for pre-order tomorrow. Eric has the books in the warehouse. The pallets have arrived. This isn't a crowdfunding. This is a pre-order. This is a pre-order, and the books will be shipping during the fucking campaign. That's another big reason, by the way. Legitimately, by the way, this is another reason why I really am behind Eric's idea and plan for the Rippaverse. I think it works so much better when the books are actually done. So instead of having crowdfunding campaigns, because we've seen how they've gone, haven't we, folks? There's some good content creators that get them out in time. There's some that don't. So I think it's much better and safer. Because there are pre-order campaigns that I've backed, I've paid for. I ain't even got the fucking books, probably never fucking will. And now I'm far beyond caring. But I think it's far better and far safer for the customer to actually have a pre-order campaign. To see the photographs from Eric of the pallets of Alpha Core in the warehouse. To see them shipping. To get your shipping notification while the campaign is still going. Hasn't ended. Still getting them. Well, we've started to ship already. From a customer perspective, it puts a lot more faith. I get a lot more faith out of that. I have vastly reduced the amount of campaigns that I will crowdfund because of how crowdfunding has gone. I'll do it with Graham Nolan. I'll do it with Kelly Jones, but I'll do it with Graham Nolan because Graham Nolan's been fulfilling on time, you know? He's been fulfilling within his timescales. A timescale he says it's done. So I got faith and trust in Graham. So I'll do that. But you know, from a huge list, it's now non-existent. Pretty much non-existent. Razor Fist, yes. Put my faith in Razor Fist. Happy to put my faith in Razor Fist. But after that, you know, it's pretty much gone. So yeah, this Eric actually doing a pre-order campaign as opposed to a pre-purchase campaign, crowdfund campaign. I think that makes the customer feel a lot more secure. Do you know how we do you know when Batman came out, how we knew everything about Batman in Detective Comics 27? Oh no, we didn't. We started to learn things even decades later. Yeah, but hold on, sorry. Going back to Hayden. But Hayden, again, we have to say, dude, we're talking about people that don't buy them, don't care about them, aren't invested in them, that are saying these things. They don't care about comics. They don't care about pop culture. They don't care about this book character supporting the Rippaverse, Eric. They don't care about any of that. That's why you get these dumb questions. That's why you get these dumb statements. Venmaru the Fool with a $10. Greetings and salutations as part 1 of 2. First, thank you for the sacrifice of having to watch these trash tier shows so we know what to avoid. As you get entertainment, you get a kick out of it, and that's good for me. And then part 2 for another $10. I also want to congratulate you on your fitness journey this past year. You and Shad have been major inspirations in finally pushing me to get healthy too. 30 pounds in 3.5 months. That's good stuff, dude. That is good stuff. You keep that going. Hometown Hero with a $5. Did you see how Overwatch at BlizzCon led with DEI, and the main points were seeing yourself and adding a Samoan and non-binary character? Blizzard is dead. Hometown Hero, I didn't pay any attention to BlizzCon. I don't care. I don't care about WoW. I certainly don't care about fucking Overcunts or any of that shite. I don't care. I don't care about Blizzard as a company. I don't believe in Activision as a company. I haven't touched World of Warcraft in years now. No interest. No interest at all. But to say, am I surprised? No. That doesn't surprise in the slightest. And that fucking disaster that's Diablo 4, that absolute... How much... What percent of the audience has gone from Overwatch? Sorry, from Diablo 4? 99.6%, is it? 99.6% or something insane of the audience from day one is now gone. Is now gone. There's more people watching Diablo 3 on Twitch than is watching or probably playing Diablo 4. Oh, well. DB with a £2. As for the 8th time, is DSP a real thing? Just don't look under your bed, DB. Just don't look under your bed. He's going to take your wallet. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure with a $5. Ripper is serious about the Ripperverse. Instead of taking the money and buying a mansion, he's reinvested it and hired additional talent and animation. Your boy Eric's in it to win it. He believes in what he's doing. And when somebody believes in what they're doing, then my God, it becomes really, really exciting. Because I believe in him as well. And I mean, I can't say what. There's my Soska sisters. Let me blue you. I'm not asking you to moderate. I'm just bluing you ladies so you stand out. It's more of a respect thing. I can't say what. Don't ask me because I'm not going to tell you. But Eric has shown me some more of the animation. Let's just say I'm a little bit excited. I'm a little bit excited for tomorrow. I cannot wait to see it's about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes in total. The animation and to think Garfield's Bizarre Adventure. He's just had 2 books out. That's it. Just 2 books. And now, admittedly, the 2 books have brought in a revenue of over $6 million. But the guy's got a workforce. He's got a workforce to pay. He's got writers to pay, artists to pay, letterers, inkers to pay, printers, warehouse. A lot of overheads. The profit of the 6 million, I don't know. I don't know what the profits are. But he's taking that money and he's reinvesting it. He's reinvesting it because he believes in what he's doing and I believe in what he's doing. Well, he's not reinvesting it because I believe in what he's doing, but because what he believes in what he's doing. And because of that, I fucking believe in what he's doing. That's what makes me want to support him. And when I saw the bits of the trailer, I'll rephrase that. When I saw the bits of the animation, believe me, it's because Yes, I've got a YouTube channel. Yes, I'm streaming to you. But we're the same. We're the same people. You know, you're my people. We love our nerdy stuff. I'm a fucking unashamed nerd. An unashamed geek. I love my RPGs. I love my video games. I love my comics. I love my Transformers. I love my fucking Lego. I love my toys. I love my books. I love my comics. I love my Star Trek. I don't give a shit about Star Wars anymore. All of that kind of stuff. We're the same. What makes me excited makes you excited. We get excited about the same thing. We gravitate to the same thing. We're the same people. So when he showed me the animation for the first time, I got very, very excited because I said to myself, this is where it's going, you know? This isn't just a couple of comic books and a couple of spin-offs from the comic books. This guy with a fucking massive plan. A massive plan. And I said to him, when people see this, they're going to want the full fucking business, man. They're going to want an animated ISOM 1. They're going to want that. He knows that. I didn't have to tell him that. He knew that. But I said that's what's going to happen. They're going to see this. They're going to see the animation. They're going to see the quality of the animation, as you saw in the trailer. And they're going to see, right, we want ISOM 1 like that, please. It's going to happen, you know? That's what's going to happen. Because when you show people, when you show a hungry audience, an audience that's excited, an audience that believes in what you're doing, when you give them a taste, they want the fucking cake. They want the cake. They're going to demand the cake. And the cake ain't going to be a lie. The cake's real and delicious. Now you're playing with portals. That's what they're going to want. Hey, Mandy, how you doing? And it's addictive when you see that level of enthusiasm and drive and determination from somebody. It becomes addictive. That's why I support him. That's why I'll stand shoulder to shoulder with Eric all day, every fucking day. That's why I'll engage the dick riders so he doesn't have to engage the dick riders. And the people who don't care and the people who want gotchas, I'll fucking engage them so he can fucking spend his time elsewhere. Because that ultimately, at the end of the day, when the dick rider's never going to buy anything. Never. Whatsoever. It's going to be the people out there watching this, the people like me, who believe in this stuff. Hey, baby. So tomorrow is going to be a very exciting day. A very exciting day. My bank account's going to fucking hate me tomorrow. Oh, well. Oh, well. I don't care. And again, I'll just say this. I'll say this before we sign off. I'll say this. They will never understand true camaraderie. They'll never understand truly believing in somebody and supporting somebody. They'll never understand what actual friendship is. They will never understand that because they don't have it. Crabs in a bucket, fucking each other over, trying to climb to the top. That's what they'll always be. Meanwhile, Eric's just going to fly to the fucking moon. Oh, we're going to crash that. We're going to crash that site. Those hamsters ain't got a chance. Those hamsters don't stand a chance. They're going to get got. They're going to. It is the unfortunate truth. It is an unfortunate truth. But the good news is I don't give a fuck about them. But I do give a lot of fucks about Eric and the Ripperverse and where it's going to go and the characters and Alpha Core tomorrow. And then Yaira next up. Very, very exciting times. I should be paid as a hype man, but you see, the problem is, well, it's not a problem. The thing is, and we all know it, it's legit. It's real. The hype's fucking real. I'm excited for this. I'm very, very excited for this. I believe in Harvey Dent. I believe in Harvey Dent. Yeah, the hamsters are going down. They are going down. I don't care how many steroids they're legal, of course. I don't care how many steroids they're taken. Those hamsters are going down. Whee! Matthew Rives with the $5 is thinking about getting into an MMO, heavily considering Final Fantasy 14. Which others would you recommend? I think Final Fantasy 14 is the best one out there. Incredible depth, unbelievably so much to do, so many different jobs, so many great areas now. To me, Final Fantasy 14 is the one to do. It really is. It's the one to do. Don't worry about the others. Don't worry about the others. That's the one to do. As is Ripper's Loomis. I know belief is a wonderful thing. We've spent a few years now just taking punch after punch from mainstream, seeing Star Wars fall, see Star Trek fall, see Doctor Who fall, see DC Comics fall, Marvel Comics fall, Western video games fall. That's all we've seen for years now. It's very depressing stuff. It's very depressing stuff. So to actually have hope and belief in something is such an uplifting thing. Such an uplifting thing. Those hamsters are getting it. Eurus Rhoda with the £5. Do what you want with £2. I just wanted to show my appreciation, but put 3 into the Who's Fund. It's all going in, all 5. All going in. Clickety click in the book. In the book. I might be I think next October, Fright Fest in London. The Soska sisters will be down there. And so might I. So might I. Eastern games are going strong. There are some smaller Western companies out there, but the main ones are pretty much all lost now. All lost to ESG. Professor Nolar with a £2 says, new WoW expansion. New WoW expansion has bearded ladies. Okay. Oh. Thank God I don't play that shit anymore. But it's inclusive and diverse. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. I can smell you from here. Honest to God, I can smell you from here. Oh. Matthew Rives with a $5 says, which class race do you favor in Final Fantasy 14? I'm thinking of Aura Paladin. Is that any good? I mean, Rogan Paladin, because they're big, bigger. You get a slightly bigger buff from it. But Aura, no problem. I play just a human, but I play Reaper. I love me some Reaper gameplay. So if you want to go tank, Paladin's good tank. Dark Knight's good tank, but you need to be on Heaven's Ward, which is the first expansion, to be able to do the Dark Knight. But the Dark Knight, you might be interested in tank as a tank with that one. Oi, you're looking lovely today. Oh, Jocelyn. Trying to get into my pants. Neo Nimbus with a $5. I tried to tell Ripper those hamsters have no chance. Era's got faith in the hamsters, and I'm just like, that's the only thing I don't believe in you, Eric. I know you're in the chat. That's the only thing I don't believe. I don't believe those hamsters have got shit on the Ripperverse. I know they ain't got shit. They ain't got shit. They're going down. Jaded Fett with a $20 for the Hacienda Fund. Were you ever a fan of Static Shock? Think there's a chance of that IP being sold or rebooted? I wasn't myself. Well, they did reboot it recently, of course, and Static Shock. Sorry, I was thinking of no. If we're talking about, are you talking about the game? Or are you talking about the character? Hold on. If you're talking about the character that got, yeah. Oh no. Oh, dude, no, you're done. No, yeah. No, it did get rebooted, and they changed his origin to getting his powers through a Black Lives Matter rally. It's over, dude. It's over. It's done. They already tried to reboot. It was dead. They're going down. They're going down. Yeah, for some reason, I got the video game in my brain for some reason. Don't know why. Matthew Rives with a $2. Lol, avoiding WoW like the plague. I haven't, like I said, I haven't played it for, oh, hello. Gotta love RPGs. Playing Final Fantasy VI, because I love the oldies. You probably don't have time right now, but if you do, Star Ocean Second Story, they've just released the remake of it. Star Ocean Second Story R. And it's still got like the same sprites, but they've redone all of the backgrounds to beautiful new background. You want to check that out. Old school, but out today with a modern touch on it. Can't wait. I mean, I've got it. I bought it. It's all installed. I just got to play it. Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. I don't know if I just banned somebody by accident. Hold on. Did I do something wrong there? Have I done something wrong there? Did I fuck something up there? Oh, God. Hold on. I think I might have banned Yiris by accident. Yiris, did I just ban you by accident? Hold on. I don't think so. Yiris, who did I ban? I need to unban. Who did I ban? Did I just ban Jay? You just banned Drunk 3PO. Oh, that's okay. He can stay that way. Well, we love Star Ocean. Oh my God. Hey, God, we got to have it. We got to get you on the stream soon, actually. Or just a stream. We need to talk about these things, ladies. We need to talk about these things. These are things that I love to talk about. We need to talk about these things. Did I ban anyone? Did I ban anyone by accident? If I did, please let me know. If I didn't, thank goodness. Yiris Rhoda with a £10 says you can have more for the Final Fantasy 14 love. It's my favorite. It's my favorite MMORPG. There isn't anyone that's close to it now. Please play Sea of Stars if you love Chrono Trigger. The person after the super chat. Have a look. I don't see anything. Oh, bollocks. You banned me. Well, you're there, aren't you? So I couldn't have done. Please, somebody let me know the name of the person that I might have banned. By accident. I double-clicked. It was a complete accident. Oh, I've got Sea of Stars. I've got Sea of Stars. I've got it, and I've got it installed. I've got it. I bought it. I did buy it. It was Eurus Roda. Did I? Okay, hold on. Hold on. That didn't work. Let me go into my back end. Oi. Cut that out. Let me go to my back end. Hold on, here we go. Hidden users. Is Eurus in here? I'm having a quick scan. Hold on. Hold on. Looking through, I'm looking through, I'm looking through. I don't see. I will, God damn it. I don't see. I'll have to. Eurus, I'm sorry. I'll sort you out. I'll get you back on. I promise. I'll put you back in the team, coach. Oh, it was just a 300-second timeout. Okay, that's all right. You'll be back. You'll be back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Matthew Rise with the $2. How do the expansions work? Do I have to get it all? No. Matthew, you can play for free past Storm. I want to say Stormbreaker for some reason. It's not Stormbreaker. What's gone wrong with my brain? Final Fantasy 14. Stormblood, wasn't it? Stormblood? Stormblood? Stormblood, yes. Stormblood. You can play for free all the way up to Stormblood, past Stormblood, to the end of Stormblood. So you don't even have to, you just have to set up an account and go free. And you can play quite happily, man. So there you go. Eddie Brock with a 2-year After Robin the Hood, review Superman and Lois season 4. I've not even watched season 2 or 3. I did enjoy season 1 though. I thought season 1 was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Daniel Alga with a $2. Have you seen Return to Moria survival game? No, but I do want to check it out. And Daniel Alga has become a member at the bad level. Brimstone's become a member at the bad level. Jaded Fett has become a member at the sorcerer level. And Themachius 1980 with a $2. When's the next painting stream with Racket? We have been, look, I have been available and trying to get it sorted. And now Carl's trying to get one sorted. But I am available. I'm just waiting for those two to stop fucking around. I've got my goddamn Lego Viking Village ready to start to build for that stream. I've got it right here. I'm ready. Put me in the fucking team, coach. I'm ready. Those fannies aren't, though. Those bloody fannies aren't. Right. We're all caught up, folks. So I'm going to take a little break. Not much. Half an hour, 40 minutes. And then I'm going to come back because there's no Sunday Fun Day per se today because the ladies are busy. Kara is flying out to Dallas, I believe, and X-Ray Girl's got family round. So I'm just going to go get something to eat, stick a quick ribeye on the George Foreman, get myself a coffee or a cup of tea, and then I'll be back in about half an hour or so. We're going to be playing RoboCop. Dead or alive, you're coming to that stream. Massive thank you to everyone who came to watch today. Mods, really do appreciate you giving up your free time. Everybody who super chatted, membered, gifted members, remembered. Thank you for supporting the channel. I'll be back in 30, 45 minutes tops. Until then, you take care. Goodbye, Balubu.